We started working with Shipyard Brewing because we saw Shipyard as a good Maine company, and since we're Maine's only box company, Maine-owned box company, we decided that Shipyard would be a good fit for us. We started talking to you, and sure enough, we have a lot in common as far as our business practices, and we worked out a really nice relationship.
Well, we are a screen printer and embroiderer, and we were seeing some of the t-shirts that Shipyard was getting. So my brother and I came up to Shipyard, made an appointment, and met with Irina Black. We then showed them some of the sample work that we could do, and they were very pleased, and we sort of forged a relationship from there. That paid off, and we've been doing work ever since and been their decorator of choice.
Got introduced to Shipyard actually by the wedding gift I received from Fred about 20 years ago, which were a couple of t-shirts that had Shipyard imprinted on them.
My partner Jack Barnacle and I have been working with and for Shipyard since before its inception. Basically with Fred Forsley, since Shipyard was his original idea.
I first met Fred Forsley at the Village Cafe, my family's old restaurant here in Portland, Maine, next to the brewery. I was having lunch, and my dad and my brother John and Fred were having lunch and having a beer. And he explained to me that he was looking at the foundry next door to the village as a site for a new brewery, which I thought it was crazy, as there were all sorts of issues with the property.
So I met Fred, and at the time he was running around the brewery. He had his two phones going off, and introduced himself, found out that we were both, he was from Gray and I live in Gray. And so we both are amateur when it comes to the golfing, but have lots of sponsorships at golfing events. So we started attending more and more of events together. So I would attend some of the Shipyards and he would attend some of mine, and realized that everybody in Maine knows Fred. So when he came to the sponsorships that we had, I felt like I could introduce him to a bunch of people, and soon found out that he actually already knew everyone.
I was introduced to the company as part of the 2011 production and expansion, working with Chris Green, the owner of Mechanical Services, and Paul Hendry at Shipyard.
When I think of Shipyard, I think of Maine success. Shipyard is a great Maine success story, and I look forward to seeing the continued growth of Shipyard Brewing, and Volk Packaging looks forward to being just a small part of that success.
Fun. I've worked now for 4 years, and find the place to be a very family atmosphere. We've, most of the time I've worked here so much that folks sometimes ask which department we work in. And so whether it's at the gift store or working throughout the brewery itself, it becomes a big family, and it seems like a fun place.
The one word for Shipyard would be family. The way Fred handles, how Fred treats his employees, they're kind of like family members, and that's probably the common thing that I have, and it's a lot of fun. I've been on many of the Shipyard trips, England, Florida, and such, and it's always a great time.
Old school, yeah. They have a very hands-on approach to brewing that's very old world and traditional. I guess I would put it that way.
Quality Maine beer would be, that's not one word, those are 3 words. Quality.
Why?
All the beers that they make are delicious, refreshing, and give you a sense of what Maine really is.
Beer and quality.
Why?
Great people, work hard, have a fantastic product, which has been exceptional every year, in and out, and I guess that's more than a word.
We've really established Shipyard's brand by doing our screen printing and embroidery. We've helped them with design work, as well as we print all their t-shirts, we embroider all their coats, hats, whatever really they need done. Anything you see in the store, anything you see out on the streets, with that Shipyard name on it. Comes out of our factory.
We provide everything from network cabling, broadband, network monitoring, IT services, managed server, pretty much anything related to business technology.
Basically, the relationship with Shipyard started when Jack Barnacle did some work for Fred Forsley, and Fred had some real estate work down in Kennebunk, in which I got involved, and Fred formed Federal Jack's Brew Pub, which was the sort of the genesis of Shipyard.
They are really hands-on brewery, in that they haven't gone fully automated, which is still more the craft beer realm of the brewing companies, other than the larger ones, which are fully automated. So they still have a lot of personal touch in their beer. I love breweries. I love the atmosphere and the people, and this, like, the whole beer making. Just the beer making atmosphere. It's a great place to work, and people are generally happy, and they love working for Shipyard. So it makes it a good place to work when you're, as far as a contractor coming into a facility.
He's just a great individual. He's a pleasure to work with. We just have a wonderful relationship with he and his company. We've got to meet a lot of his employees who are just fantastic. So it's just been a great overall relationship with Shipyard.
We've had a great relationship with Irene and Fred. We've been a partner for almost as long as they've been in business, and they've stayed loyal to us, and that really means a lot to us. And it's, we in turn have stayed loyal to them, and it's just been a great working relationship.
I really appreciate and value my relationship with Shipyard, and Fred is a wonderful guy. About 20 years ago, he wanted to put together a brew tour to Sunday River. We actually had a ski trip up there, and I've been doing it for the last 20 years, taking both clients as well as insurance vendors to Sunday River, and it's been a great trip and a great experience.
I mean, the brewery is filled with just the most gifted, talented individuals who are just love working there and are dedicated to Fred. And that's just something unique in businesses today. And I think about that. I still deal with the same people today as I did 18 years ago at the brewery. And again, that's special. It says something about Fred and his management style.
We really appreciate the business that we have with Shipyard. We try to be a really solid vendor for you, and we look forward to doing business with you for many years to come.